As we approach the grand finale of the Buccaneers Season 2, emotions are riding high, secrets are laid bare, and betrayals hang thick in the air like an unspoken curse. Episode 7 was a roller coaster of confrontation and catharsis, culminating in some of the most powerful scenes of the season, and now, Episode 8 is set to bring it all crashing or blooming into a possibly explosive conclusion. Here's a breakdown of what fans might expect in Episode 8 based on the cliffhangers, tensions, and unfinished business left hanging in the penultimate episode. Let's get the obvious out of the way. Nan's world is shattered. After standing boldly by her mother's side in court, weathering her father's scorn, and testifying to save Patty's dignity, the Duchess has just had her own foundation rocked. In the final moments of Episode 7, she learns the earring found in her home belongs to Lizzie, and more devastatingly, Guy has a wife named Paloma. Fans have long rooted for Nan and Guy as the slow-burning love story of the series, the poetic match driven by rebellion and sincerity. But this revelation changes everything. Was Guy hiding Paloma all along? Is he still married? If yes, was his affection for Nan just a dalliance? Episode 8 will have to reckon with this betrayal. Will Nan confront him with the fury we know she's capable of? Or will she walk away with the same grace she's had to force on herself so many times before? What we might expect is a showdown, one that could define Nan's journey this season. There's a good chance Nan, already reeling from learning her true parentage and enduring a trial that nearly shattered her family, might come to terms with choosing herself, finally. Fans will be eager to see if Nan breaks the cycle of betrayal or falls into the same emotional traps once again. Meanwhile, Honoria's kiss with Mabel was not just a surprise but a breakthrough. She finally asserted her identity, love, and right to live freely. In Episode 8, we may see the aftermath of this bold moment. Will Mrs. Brightlingsley lash out? Or has the society she represents softened under the pressures of change and grief? There's also the question of Mabel. Will she respond with equal courage or retreat into fear? There's potential for the Buccaneers to make this love story a centerpiece of the finale. After all, it represents the very themes the show has been trying to explore: female autonomy, unapologetic love, and the courage to defy societal norms. Let's talk about Theo. His confrontation with his mother in Episode 7 was heavy. For all of his brooding and bitterness, what he craves most is love and possibly redemption. Now that his mother has admitted to loving another man during his father's lifetime, Theo's own pain finally has a mirror. But there's a larger question hanging in the air. What does Theo want now? Lizzie is still around, and despite her connection with Hector, Theo keeps gravitating toward her. Episode 8 might give us a resolution to this tangled triangle. Will Theo finally express his feelings clearly? Will Lizzie choose Hector or fall back into Theo's orbit? And Hector, he's quietly watching it all. His loyalty and kindness make him the obvious choice, but the Buccaneers doesn't always reward the safe path. There's a chance Hector could walk away or worse, be betrayed by both Lizzie and Theo. One prediction: a public moment, perhaps at a ball or social gathering, where true intentions are revealed. Expect tears, confessions, and perhaps one last twist. Episode 8 will no doubt be a firework-filled conclusion. Here are a few bold predictions. Nan rejects both Guy and Theo, choosing herself and setting sail for a new destiny, perhaps back to England or even somewhere far away. A woman not defined by men or titles, but by her choices. Conchita starts a new movement, perhaps around female grief and joy, something that memorializes Richard, but also breaks free from his shadow. Patty and Nell work together, possibly advocating for women's rights after the trial, becoming the face of a larger rebellion. Theo makes a sacrifice, perhaps stepping aside for Lizzie to be happy or confronting his own trauma head-on. A scandal breaks out, possibly around Nan and Guy's affair, now made worse by the existence of Paloma. This could turn public opinion against her once more, forcing her to either reclaim the narrative or disappear.